Recording has been started.
Hi, everyone. It's summer break. And this time, nothing bad seems to have happened for almost a full year now. And however you're taking it is how your characters are reacting, whether it's positively, neutrally, or negatively. But we don't start with the group as a whole, we start with Arthur. Arthur,
Yes.
where are you currently in the dorms? Are you still in the study?
Yes.
How often do you say you remain in the study?
I mean, what time of day is it?
It's about lunchtime currently.
I guess he would go out for lunch. He's not.
He's not that bad off.
Yeah.
On your way out, you get a text. It's from your brother. It simply says, bring one of your friends. Mom says it's okay. And sends you coordinates to what you recognize as the hospital on the Royal Kingdom of Light. With no other context whatsoever.
And I don't expect him to give me more.
Nope. So who do you go to first?
He'll go to Aster, sure. Yeah, I have to go
Aster,
around.
what are you doing currently?
Practicing piano because piano's a bitch.
And also your way of communion with your deific patron?
Yes.
Or do you think you're paying enough attention in the dorms, where a safe place is definitely stated to be, to hear the approach of footsteps?
I will say no because he's playing a piano with alternating pedals to dampen and louden the noise. So there's a good 10% chance he's not even fully paying attention or listening.
Mm-hmm.
But he does keep his little buddies right there near the door. We're looking around.
All right. Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
As you round the corner to head to Aster's room, which you haven't really visited that much, if at all, given that you haven't really reconciled the things that have happened in the past. Not fully, not yet. You do see peeking out of the doorway Missy, who is just staring at you. Hasn't done anything, just seeming to wait for what you're going to do.
Continue looking.
The slow slide back into the room, and Aster, you hear in Missy's a type of abyssal, hey, 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 hey,
Though I'm playing, I can hear you. What's up?
your friend is coming. Or I guess not friend. I don't know what you guys are right now.
What does that even mean? Arthur. And as soon as the name comes out of his mouth, Arthur, you hear an abrupt hang note.
Well, don't be like that. And she just starts to toddle back over to you. What even is your guys' deal anyway?
We have not made up. And I'm not the one that betrayed the other. So I don't have the reason to make up.
Well, he's outside, so and just goes over to the bed and jumps and flops onto it, as if saying, "I'm not getting in the way of this one."
Thank you. Greatest help. And this is all in his abyssal voice, so it's literally just, thank you. Greatest help around. This is why you're number 2.
If the Heartless could flip somebody off, Missy would be doing it.
They have enough fingers to. You just gotta lean the hand the right way.
The door is cracked open, so Aster, from your angle, you can see Arthur at the doorway.
Arthur's gonna knock.
Why are you knocking? I can see you.
It's still polite to lock. Polite
lock?
to knock.
Don't lock my door, bro.
Polite to knock.
All right. What's up?
My brother just texted me about heading back to the castle. And he said I could bring a friend. So, yeah.
He didn't specify if he could or not. He just said, "Bring a friend."
He said to bring a friend.
Yeah.
This is a statement.
Are we at that point again?
I mean, who else?
It's not like in the sassy manner that Aster normally keeps or tone. It's a genuine question.
Who else am I gonna ask?
Twist my arm, why don't you? Okay. Come on, kids. Stands up and grabs his jacket and puts it on real quick, but not in the normal manner. Right now it's tied around his waist, almost like the sleeves kind of sink into a belt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. And as he's walking, you just see all the Heartless zip into his shadow.
Missy's the last one to do so, grabbing onto your hand for a second and giving you like the mom look of "fix it."
What? Fine. He untangles it, puts it on proper, and I imagine she climbs in.
Yeah.
And as
And
Arthur,
yeah.
can you give me a perception? What's your passive perception, buddy?
20.
I think it's 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we're going down the stairs, you just hear a tap 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 as you see both Itty and Bitty start rushing to the stairs with the intent of, don't leave me!
The twins, the babies.
I feel like one of them lunges at Arthur incorrectly.
I think. What does Arthur do?
Catches it.
You catch it.
Yeah.
It's Bitty. He stares at you with the, "You're not dad" look.
Not.
It's like you pick up a kitten for the first time. It's just a.
So, do you head directly to the coordinates you were given, or do you alert? Uh, do you alert your current companion to the fact that you were given coordinates to the hospital at all?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. He would say like, this is where we're heading.
Stares at it. These are the nearest hospital's coordinates.
Yeah.
Why are you what?
Shrugs. He wasn't too urgent about it, so I don't think I have something to worry about.
Arthur,
Blatantly
you
normal.
also know that frequent trips to the hospital is kind of the norm because of your mother's conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably just another update about her condition as far as you're concerned. Which is up to you whether or not you say that to him or not.
I don't think he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
Just that it's not unusual for him.
Mm-hmm. So is there anything you two talk about on the way there? Because it is quite a walk. It's about an hour's walk. Just to get to the teleport line directly to that nearest location.
You talk to the shadow, or whatever your form is.
Do I? No.
Okay, because mine popped up when I was training.
Oh, I haven't. It's been very uneventful for me.
I will say, Arthur, you have probably seen it a couple of times out of the corner of your eye, but it's been very skittish.
Mm-hmm.
So uneventful is true, but it's also like you not that you haven't seen it.
Okay.
Yours is just a lot more skittish and quiet than compared to what Aster has had to deal with.
Mm-hmm. I've usually just seen it at the corner of my eyes.
That's fucking better. Mine's been fucking side eye and stink eyeing me for the past couple days when I wake up.
Standing over your bed.
Huh?
Standing over your bed.
One more time. You seem quieter than normal.
Just standing over your bed.
Yeah, like it's a fucking exorcist. It's not fun.
Here comes the sun. Reminder, you have the light-based one.
Yeah. So every time his alarm starts going off, it's just like, why is my window open? I don't have windows. Opens the eyes. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Why are you T-posing? Do 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 do.
Asserting dominance, clearly.
I will fucking throw you.
But yeah, that's mostly the information of what you've been dealing with the past, honestly, couple months. Because it is summer break and it was just spring break in the last session.
Yeah, not too much. This has been happening. Just been, schoolwork and working on my stuff.
Did you bring along your guitar? Well, not yours, but the guitar.
Sure. Yeah. I mean. Yeah, I could carry it around. It's so douchey.
Yeah, carrying around your best friend's guitar is douchey.
No, carrying around a guitar on a college campus is the douchey bit.
Is it? I've saw multiple people who were wonderful people who carried around guitars on my campus.
Well, you have a nicer campus. More than likely,
Debatable.
you have a nicer
Yeah,
campus.
This stereotype, if someone has a guitar, they're usually just showing off.
Yeah.
I hate to interrupt this, I really do, but this has been going on in the muted VC. We've only got 5 rooms, 5
Yeah.
bedrooms, and 6 students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's sharing with who?
We all know.
I'm dumb. Please explain.
We all know Iris and Razz are just roommates.
Iris is the 7th.
Oh shit.
Don't worry, it's fine. I already figured this out.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
All right. That was just something driving me crazy. Anyways,
So do you guys talk about anything in particular, or is it just aimless silence or talking?
I think it's banter.
Anything in particular?
Aster will actually bring up something.
Okay.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
you got any letters from... You got any letters from him?
Has he received any?
Who are you referring to?
Lex.
All of you have gotten variations of the same one. It's only Arthur who has gotten specific, like, quote unquote letters, actual updates as to what's been happening. So, yes, but also,
I've been getting some, yeah.
Is he alright?
make a history check from basically you recalling the stuff without having the actual letters on hand.
I will give the help action,
Okay.
and my
I
help
can roll
is
again.
focus.
The initial moment you try to recall it, all that comes to mind is that the first couple of months you went without knowing exactly what was happening. Because as he had updated you later, which is where the 26 comes into play, he told you in the first update he sent you that he doesn't understand why it's so hard to be by yourself. He doesn't understand why it's so hard to be away from people. But then that letter ended with basically a scribble of ink, which you assumed to mean, since it wasn't like tear stained or anything, that someone interrupted his handwritten letter.
He's
Of just,
he's figuring stuff out.
You do remember the most recent letter basically ending with, Gray is teaching me how to fish, which is extremely funny considering the fact he has about the patience of a loaded gun.
Update. He shot the water.
Yeah. That was a text you got soon after you received the received the letter, as if on command. Update to that letter I sent if you got it. He shot the water. He what?
Update 2. Can you look up what a TNT shot is?
No. Continue.
Continuing.
So yeah, he's
Figuring things out. Yeah. We pushed him away, right? All of us.
I would say speak for yourself in a not rude way.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is I can't speak for you, is what I'm saying.
Fair.
I'm going to say this for a bit of a giggle. Did Arthur ever update anybody about the confession?
Why would he?
He got turned down. Why would he?
He didn't get turned down necessarily. It's just that Lex is stupid.
You don't go back to your friends and tell them how you finally talked to your crush and she went, yeah, we're best friends. No, that's not something you do.
I mean, the reason I did it as a player was because I was like, I need to cover my Arthur's ass, just in case he's never said it. But what? But he's never said it. Okay.
He's never said it. Yes, he did. It's right here in writing. All right. I was like, okay.
As you guys banter back and forth after that, talking about Lex at first, and then going about your business of like just here and there conversation, trying to, and maybe succeeding in lightening the mood between the two of you. Perhaps. Not fully. Not like in the sense that everything's okay. There has been no apology or explanation, but it's better. A little bit.
Don't want to cause a scene.
Yeah. And you go through the teleport line right about a 5 to 10 minute walk outside of the main hospital on the Royal Kingdom of Light, which has been kind of cleared out of most of the main personnel. There's still people there to take care of people who are there, of course. They're not going to kick people out. It's just, Arthur, you're aware that basically the top floor is reserved for your family, even if you're not completely there all the time. So, do you head up immediately, or do you check in?
You'll check in.
So, do you inform Aster on the level of bullshit that is your family having an entire floor to themselves?
Yeah.
How does Aster respond?
I would fucking hope so. This isn't the kingdom, so. Genuine danger might be afoot.
No, you guys teleport line to the kingdom. This is part of the kingdom.
Oh. You have more money than God, but okay. He'll like pull him aside, just so he doesn't get in trouble for treason for saying this. Look Arthur dead in the face and go, your family has more money than God. Yet you don't have an immediate like therapist or psychiatrist on call. All that trauma we went through, you couldn't pinch and pennies, were you?
I'm busy.
A whole top floor is not. I'm gonna walk my farm ass to the door. Not the door, the elevator door. And we're gonna talk about this on the way home.
Arthur, do you immediately step onto the elevator with Aster, or do you basically say, hey, I'm here, to the concierge?
Yeah, you just like to inform them, hey, I'm bringing a friend, just so no one's surprised.
You get a warm smile of they've known your family long enough of they recognize you as you were growing up, especially when you would bring yourself into the ER, essentially. I'm just like, don't tell my mom. We have to tell your mom. I don't tell her. Like,
He's on his hands and his knees, please.
so they've grown used to all of your family being there at some point in their lives. But they nod and say to head on up. They'll give the warning to your mother. And they tell you the directions to the room, which apparently it's on the right side of the building, which would be kind of the back when you look at it from the front angle.
Mm-hmm.
So the concierge does tell you that you'll taking the elevator, pointing to your friend in the elevator, that you'll see the waiting room and you want to turn right. You should see the rest when you arrive there.
All right, thanks. Thumbs up and walks away to the elevator.
Mm-hmm. It is a short trip of making sure that everybody is comfortable, because it's not just you in this hospital, of course. And you wait until everyone else is off, and the top floor is basically just you and Aster. And you step off, and the first thing you see is one of the generals that serves your father as you step off. Specifically, General River, the white-haired one.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to switch maps.
Okay. Hey, do you think either one of them farted in the elevator?
No, but Itty and Bitty would.
Tim blamed it on you.
Horrible.
You step off the elevator and you see almost guarding one of the main entrances into the top floor. You do see both of the main generals, which for them to be away from your father is basically them trusting this hospital, which is hard for them to do, as you've seen, your father has many enemies more than he has allies. But they do both nod to you and gesture towards behind Marlon, the black-haired one. And you kind of look around him, and he's a pretty bulky dude, so he unintentionally hides the person who's leaning against the wall, looking minorly grumpy, who is your brother staring down at his phone as if expecting a text.
You just walk over.
He looks up because it's easy to hear your footsteps on the tile. He goes, "Oh, hey. You're quick. I didn't expect you in for another 2 hours."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what was the statement about bringing a friend?
Oh, I just thought you would like one of your friends to know.
About
Mom also said it's okay, so.
Okay.
And you see the gesture of go ahead down the hall. And when you turn, you first don't see the person you're expecting to see. You first see Simon, who seems to be talking to somebody in front of him. It's hard to hear what they're talking about from this distance.
I guess he'll just walk up normally.
And as you reach that point, you do see a particularly familiar face. And he has not seemed to have noticed you.
Does that stop Arthur by chance? Oh, damn. Funny.
Just that look of, like recognition as you finally get on his good side. And just smiling kind of oddly. Hey, Arthur.
Hey, Lex.
Your mom invited us. Just that sheepish kind of smile of not being sure what to say for the first time in a while.
Well, it's glad to see you.
Yeah. I'm happy to see you too. I feel like Simon's just having a moment of, oh.
Are you just gonna stay behind me?
He's mumbling. Simon's currently mumbling in Cajun, and Aster's staring at him. Aster knows Cajun. No.
He might. He knows Luca.
He's catching bits and pieces. Just staring at the grown man with a raised eyebrow, like, why? Oh, slow down! I'm trying to keep up.
No, you get none. Have a good day, sir. And Lex kind of gestures for you to step inside.
Okay. Big deal.
And the door kind of opens easily in that sense of there's only protection on this place when it's on full lockdown. And the top floor is under lockdown constantly, but you have your own set of, hey, I'm walking in chimes. Like, that's the level of rich you are, of everyone in your family on the top floor has their own, hey, I'm alerting you to my presence chimes. And I feel like Aster's just like, hello? God?
He stopped as he was about to ask Lex, what's this all about? Heard the chime and was like, what the? Hello? If you're coming for your money, God, I ain't got it.
And Lex kind of laughs. No, the royal family all has their separate alerts when they walk into a room.
Oh. God, that's bougie. Okay. And he walks into the room.
No sound, no fanfare.
No fanfare. Nothing. You hear the... No,
You're
no
the
matter.
clicking of recognition, essentially.
I'm gonna say that Itty and Bitty try to compensate.
And for what it is worth, there is no negative fanfare when Aster steps in. If anything, there is almost a sense of relief from your father, Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Almost recognizing that you're making an attempt to reconcile, though he doesn't understand fully what happened. And you see your mother kind of trying to sit up, but getting the look from Avos repeatedly of "don't you dare." And she just smiles and laughs. Hey, Arthur.
Hey, Mom. So what's the, well, it seems like it's a whole thing, so what's the news?
Well, how should I... The way that I phrased this to Cadence didn't particularly get the warmest reception. If anything, it was just insults to your father. How would you react if I told you that you're getting a baby sibling?
It just goes on, just like a long
Aster comes up, baps him on the back of the head. Give a proper answer.
eh.
And she
We
just
didn't
kind
walk
of
all this way
chuckles.
for you to be stupid.
And then just the immediate from Estelle. No, he gets that from his father. And there, I feel like it's both like in unison. Hey, from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Aster leaning forward. I see it.
There's a
Okay.
smile. Arthur, make a retroactive insight check.
What does that mean?
Basically, I'm seeing if you had noticed beforehand. With a 20, dirty 20 instead of, natural, you definitely noticed that she had been looking sicker than normal. And at first, you were worried that her illness was catching up, that it was no longer in remission. But then she got better again, and then worse and better, and you were confused for a little while before you remembered Cadence mumbling something of, man, it's like she's got morning sickness or something, while you were having dinner together. And he didn't register what he said as actual truth.
Mm-hmm.
So you are aware that she might have been, but this solidifies what you already had an inkling about.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I had an inkling what's going on.
Yeah, I've never been very good at hiding my morning sickness now, am I? And there's a muttering from Avos of, you are bad at hiding it in general, my love.
Don't sass her. A few months from now, she's gonna get you. That hand is optional.
There's just a warm smile from Avos to you, Aster. For once, it's not a fake smile. He seems genuinely happy.
Hold on 1 second, I'm being assaulted.
Yeah?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah?
My assault caused Cayde to leave.
No, I was getting a call and I had to mute, and I accidentally tried to unmute and then disconnected.
Alright.
So,
He just stares at him with this horrified look. What the fuck did I do?
you're my son's friend. That's all I can ask.
Oh.
After all, and then he seems to have this kind of sinister look on his face when you recognize him. Oh no, that's my dad about to say some embarrassing shit. Arthur, would you do anything to stop this?
No, he's just squinting at him. Like,
After
I'm
all-
on to you.
Yeah. After all, it's been quite some time since we've been able to say that our son, the notoriously nervous wreck, got someone to befriend him again. And Estelle kind of chuckles a
Arthur-
little bit.
As she's chuckling, Arthur just has the view of Aster slowly sliding in to stare at him from the side. Anxious? Shy? Win. You're a dumbass with a capital D. Sorry, but it's true.
So much slander.
From which side? From your father.
Yes.
And he outright laughs. A sound you have only heard off and on, Arthur. Which for Aster, this is a first, hearing the king outright genuinely laugh.
Ugh.
Why? Ugh.
You don't seem like the laughing kind of guy.
And he tilts his head kind of curiously. What do you mean by that? For which Estelle speaks up and goes, "Oh, don't you know? He's a giggly bitch by nature."
The look
And
of
just-
someone who's just been flashbanged for the first time. Oh,
Oh, yes. He particularly enjoys very terrible dad jokes. And just like, "My love." How does Aster react to that information?
you know, I knew one day this family would cause me a stroke. Thought it was gonna be the day when I found out you knew my mom.
Good luck
I
for you.
think
You're already in the hospital.
Opens his coat. 80, go. And he's gonna very playfully sick 80 on Arthur.
Does Arthur do anything?
No.
Arthur just gets the 80, go. And a small heartless just goes,
Just grabs again.
Hold the baby.
you better practice that. That's gonna be your little sibling soon.
I feel like that breaks Arthur a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a,
Victory.
Now, the real reason why I called you here is the reason why Cadence is not allowed to do the same thing. I am wondering if you have a better idea of naming conventions than your brother does. Or your father, for that matter, and kind of gives him a look and just looks away instantly.
Oh, well. How much time do I got?
I'm about almost 4 months along, so quite a while.
In his mind, that's not enough time.
So Arthur is slightly panicking.
Yeah.
Aster out loud. How bad are their names? Like, it can't be that bad.
Cadence wanted to name his baby brother Allegro. Like the
I don't see the
actual
problem with
music
that.
notation.
Oh, because
mean-
his name is okay.
I don't see the problem with that. Says the person who used to be Caesar to a father of Julius.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, your father, I had to convince him into naming our firstborn son something normal, and he still didn't let me relent on naming him Matteo until he was able to be named Cadence. And now his own kid fucking hates him. Sorry. Like, and he's like, no, you're right. It's just a chuckle between the two of them. And Estelle goes to stand up properly without looking at her husband first. And she seems to be relying a little bit more on her cane today. Which, Aster, roll a perception check for me.
No.
Oh,
Sure is a nice looking cane.
How much is she relying on it?
Enough to the point where it has already started to bend from how many times she's relied on it in the past and currently.
He's gonna kind of whittle with his fingers of just like, okay, emergency summon just in case. If she falls, big boy.
Do you mutter any of this to yourself?
He says it out loud.
Estelle looks up at you, Aster, and smiles. That's
Smiles
all right.
back.
Don't worry. I can handle myself.
Yeah, I got a lot of mom-related issues, so I'm gonna worry. Full trust in your power. This is more a me thing than it is you.
All right. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
It will.
But yes, Arthur, you have about 5 months, give or take.
okay.
We're expecting a winter child this time.
Ooh. And by the way, I am happy about this. I'm just worried.
Oh, what's worrying you? As she sits back down again, seemingly trying to test something she regrets now.
Just on your health.
No, don't worry about me. It'll be fine. After all, I was sick long before. Your dear Cadence. If I can handle 2 kids, you can handle a 3rd. And Aster, this is the first time you're hearing of the Queen being sick.
Yep.
This has not been publicly broadcasted news at all. How does Aster react?
He locks his face in the kind of resting sense while hiding the worry in his eyes.
You think you can hide the worry from a mama?
He's gonna try.
Make a deception check for me.
Nope.
No. She looks at you as your face kind of shifts to accommodate your own worry. And she tilts her head. I told you not to worry. Even if it is a you thing, this is a me thing.
I don't think it's a me thing or whatever we were talking about anymore. How sick?
I've been sick for many years. I take medication for it. And she pauses for a moment, seeming to try and find the right words. I am healthier than I was when I first found out about it.
No spells help.
Spells make it worse, sadly. And she thinks for a moment, looking over to her husband as if in confirmation that it's something to talk about when they're delivering good news. And he looks worried for a moment, openly. No role needed. But does a slight nod as if to say, at your own leisure. And she smiles again, looking over at you, Aster, and by technicality, Arthur, who already knows this information. I am afflicted with a sort of light corruption. I overused my abilities of the light when I was younger, when I was far more spry. In my older years, it caught up with me. But that's all right. I have medicine to treat it. And the head of the medicine department in the entire cosmos is keeping an eye on me.
Alright.
You worry far too much.
I do.
You worry about as much as dear Arthur does here, doesn't he? And he smiles at you, Arthur. I can see why you get along. Do either of you do anything? Other than Arthur panicking slowly into the abyss?
Not really. Just kind of stares for a bit more. And walks over. Smacks Arthur. You have not once said congratulations.
I thought that was implied.
You need to say it. Don't be rude.
You're rude.
It ain't my family.
That's not an excuse.
Arthur, from where you're standing, you do see both your your father and your mother smiling warmly at the not so silent exchange because it is a quiet hospital room. No, it's the same look they get whenever they are reminiscing about the glory days. Whenever they used to tell you stories of their wonderful times being an adventuring party with others. They seem to be thinking of you in the same light that they used to.
Anyways, while he has his head over Aster's face, just trying to push him back a little. Congratulations.
Congratulations to me. Congratulations to you. You're going to be a big brother.
Told you. Anyway.
And she does just laugh a little. You boys are welcome to visit. Of course, any of your friends are welcome to. Just know that my husband is going to be very on edge until everything is sorted out.
All right, I'll let them know.
Yes. And I think that's a good point to switch to another soon. Does anybody want to do anything in particular? It doesn't have to be on the same day.
Does nobody?
If nobody has anything, I do have a thing I want to do with Helia.
All right.
Aster is gonna new day probably.
Mhm.
Aster's gonna go over to Helia's room and just start spam knocking.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I guess
Helia?
another knock his brother.
Helia, like just that fucking Sheldon Cooper thing of knock knock knock. Helia, Helia, Helia.
Awful.
Terrible. How could you do this to her?
Easily. Helia, Helia.
I don't imagine he gets to do it for very long before there's just the most annoyed what?
You open the door.
I don't imagine it's closed all the way.
And he is just standing there with two little heartless itty and bitty by his side, also knocking. So it's more along the lines of Helia, Helia, come here.
What do you want?
Be right back, by the way. You guys have fun talking.
Okay. Come on. I want to do something.
What do you want to do?
Library.
Why?
I know fucking nothing about Valkyr.
Well,
So
that's
I've gotten
obvious.
little... Watch it.
No.
I will go back to knocking. Okay. And he starts knocking again. So, and like as he's knocking on the door repeatedly, he's just going, continuing incidents, incrementally stopping to go, Helia. So he's just going. So I had an idea about my brother Hydra, Helia, about maybe knowing Valkyr because of the same workspace, Helia, that they're working in. Maybe, I don't know. You guys don't tell me shit about any of it, Helia. And he just keeps going and going. He's not gonna stop.
You don't ask, so how is that my problem? And what do you mean they work together?
I don't know. They look like they work together.
So a basis that has a fact that has no basis in reality. I see how it is.
Okay, what's your assumptions?
I don't know who Hydra is, so I can make no assumptions.
Make an assumption. You.
No, making assumptions makes an ass out of you and me.
You know, I'm fine with being an ass. I look good as it.
And you sure are an ass, so
A pretty ass, too.
no.
Helia. Still going.
So why do you want me to go to the library with you?
Oh, we're not going to. Well, we can go to the library if you want to.
You
I was
just
gonna
said
ask
we
you-
were going to the library.
Well, you don't add to sentences. You need to add ideas. Do you know anybody that's smart enough that might know both of them?
No.
Then we go to the library. Come on.
Why?
To look for information. Where am I
Aster is
looking?
getting this absolutely baffled and confused look.
Look, a long time ago, you asked me for if I could use my connections to go look for knowledge on Valkyr. I'm using it. Windows closing. I might have made a connection to Valkyr and Hydra, my twin. Let's
Okay.
not go
Time
down that
out.
road.
Time
go-
out.
Yeah.
When did Helia ask this?
I think it was more offered.
I
More off-
don't recall this conversation, Yuffie.
It was the old dorms. I think Aster was still going by Caesar at that point, so it was a long time ago. It was. I'm trying to remember the president before that. Because the old dorms, Caesar was still a new character, I think. Still skittish. It was Helia talking about Valkyr. I think. Trying to remember this by myself. It's not going to go good. I'm telling you this right now. And he said, I have some connections to some of the more locked off areas of the library, or we can just go ask my aunt, sort of deal.
Don't recall this at all.
You are the general note taker. How dare you forget this? And I
And
remember.
it's not in my notes either.
I don't know what to tell you. He made the offer.
Do you remember anything else that happened in that session?
Fuck no. I'm
I'm
holding on. My memory is absolute garbage, and I don't have it in any of the snippets.
I am going to feed you with a rolled up newspaper until you start taking notes.
Here we go. No, hold on. Stop. Here we go. Helia and Caesar are going to go get food and then go book hunting. One of the things we can find... Nope. Nope. It was during the Caesar bullshit. So, it was when they were supposed to get food and go book hunting. But then I think we just went out through the food stuff and then never went book hunting. That's all I have on it.
That happens in the session I think it did. That was right at the end of session, and it was left as like they went out and did stuff.
I was almost positive it was supposed to be something that we were supposed to play out, but we just either both forgot or both got busy and didn't do.
You know, it was like right at the end of a session.
The
if
next
you want
two...
to do it, you can.
Huh?
Well, this would be something that was in game like 2 years ago now.
The next two notes I have connected to this are the one pertaining Razz, Lance, and Lex, and then the note. Then, like after that one, it's Caesar is actually a nobody made whole, and then Aster finally got his name.
Mm-hmm.
So I have. There you go.
Well, here, how about this? Just to make it silly again.
Yeah.
Helia,
Yeah.
you hear the jingle jangle of a certain cat's collar.
Her cat. Out of character, we all know what the cat is. In character, only Helia knows.
You just hear the jingle jangle, and
Where's-
then just on your bed.
Yeah, Helia, who doesn't even get up from her chair, leans around and just stares.
If a cat could deliberately make the three mouse at you, that's what's been happening.
No, that is absolutely what's happening. Let's all be honest with ourselves. just holds up a finger to Aster in the middle of his "we're going to the library to look for books, I don't know what for" spiel, and looks right at the cat and goes, "Can I help you?"
Jumps down and goes, I don't know. Can you help me or can I help you? I heard arguing. You're not one to get into an argument. You usually end them before they can happen.
Oh, so you're here for the tea. I see how it is.
Yes, you know me best. Just like I know you best. Or at least I should. I am your caretaker, after all.
Uh-huh. Aster, she's arguing with the cat. Ow!
He knows. He's staring. He's mortified.
Because they would, Nia. Ow. Just hit my finger really hard.
Say it with me now. He'll issue.
Ah, fuck you.
To make me remember off of snippets that are
Yeah.
Fucking don't woof. Don't you woof. Woof.
Yeah.
That's also a Toro thing to do.
Love that baby. Helia, looking at Auntie again. Do you think you can help with whatever he's on about?
And then goes, maybe. Depends on what he's talking about. I literally just got here.
I feel like Helia picks up Auntie and just marches over to Aster at the door and says, "Tell the cat what you're on about."
March over to the door then.
March over to the door.
Helia, that's a cat.
Irrelevant. Tell the cats what you're on about.
I think there might be a connection between your crush and maybe boyfriend, Valkyrie, or my bad, them friend. What is a non-binary partner? We're just gonna call him partner. Valkyrie and my twin Hydra.
You swear the cat is laughing.
He's not gonna doubt it. He's a farm boy. He's heard animals laugh before. He's just looking directly at Helia. So, I don't know dick or shit about whatever Valkyrie's shebang is. So I would like to look for books that would implement them to be connected.
And Helia, you hear, but Aster, you hear in like meows and whatnot. Of Helia, you hear, well, why don't you just check out my library? I have books on everything.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, Nia. As he was trying not to misgender somebody.
And I was laughing at you, Nia. That was delightful. Yeah, Helia, looking at the cat and nodded at Aster. "Are you going to come with us? Because I think you're going to scare poor Aster."
What do you
A
mean?
new one.
Oh, maybe I should actually be a person for once. Could you set me down?
I thought you said you don't do that on school grounds.
Well, this isn't school grounds, no, is it? This is your place. This is not theirs.
It's the dorms.
And you can decorate it as you see fit, as you already have.
Absolutely baffled as to which Fey logic this is, but she does obligingly put the cat down.
And Aster, between one blink and another, the cat, or whatever the cat was pretending to be, turns into a full, like, person?
Aster's met Auntie before.
That has not met the connection before, though.
No, but he's met Auntie.
Has he?
Yeah.
Has
When
he met
Helia had
Auntie?
her first little meltdown about Valkyrie lied to me about having parents.
Genuine question. Was that Aster or was that TV?
That was Aster
Okay.
because I remember you talked about him shape changing, and Helia was getting onto him about just use your own face, god damn it.
Okay.
And then at 6'5", does a little clawed wave and goes, "Hiya, dearie."
Yeah, all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alrighty. And just kind of, you've seen this sort of trick before. It's less like a shadow step or a dark dodge or anything like that, and more of a. Lance has done it once or twice. It's more of a misty step. But even that's wrong, as this person who has been referred to as Auntie just scoots around past you. And starts to walk.
He stops. He's gonna stop Helia whenever she goes to move through. What the fuck? Why is
Which
there a
part?
grown-ass- Why is there a grown-ass person disguised as a cat in your room?
I don't know, that's just what Auntie does sometimes.
It doesn't stop the alarm. That's
Why?
a full-blown
I
woman.
am her caretaker.
I mean,
She can
Auntie's
hear it.
not a woman, but go off.
Yeah, all right.
I am whatever you need me to be, darling. And Auntie reaches out one hand as Helia, you start to step around, and you've seen this magic before, especially when you were younger and were like to toss yourself off of high ledges.
Yeet.
It is literally just a. You can't even call it a dark or light corridor. It is literally just a portal. It is a gate. And Aster, you recognize this type of gate. It's the same one that's in your shadow.
Prolonged eye contact. Prolonged eye contact.
And
Prolonged eye
just-
contact.
And just steps through around this point and disappears.
Huddling after Auntie.
We're gonna have a talk about this when we get back.
Are we?
Yes.
Why?
You know why.
I don't actually, so...
You'll find out. Let's get there first.
I mean, I don't see why you think this is such a big issue.
This is gonna make Nia specifically want to warble into the ground. Because I found such a fun library map. Because, hey Nia, you remember your conniption fit about what happened at the library of Alexandria? Fuck you too!
We're just gonna get in there and there's somebody that's gonna go, "Hi, broker." "Hi." And we're just gonna point and walk away.
It's Auntie. He might. He cannot be held by any sort of boundaries.
Auntie is beholden to no gods or men.
Unless
Or
they're pretty
girl.
enough. Pretty men can, in fact, get what they want from Auntie, but only for like 10 seconds.
Lord knows.
Ooh.
Are you dying?
Taylor. Yeah, because I said Lord knows.
No, look at me, you didn't see.
That's all they can last. God damn.
Say that to Auntie's face.
It's Lance. He might stop.
Nia. Trying to kill me, I swear.
And you both kind of go from a dark, kind of not lightless, but just dark expanse in front of you, walking down this corridor behind Auntie, to them waving their hand as if to clear a curtain, and you see, almost within a blink, you hear rustling leaves and water. Let me actually make the background not a eye-searing light. How about that?
We don't need to flashbang everyone.
No.
No.
This is a big map, by the way.
Gig.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was bright white next to a dark color.
So the contrast was a flashbang.
Mm-hmm.
Light mode Discord at 3 a.m.
So how's everybody feeling so far? Brief, serious moment.
Good.
Now you have in-character reason to think about the names that you sent me
Yeah.
and have a fucking panic attack. This is a D&D map based off of Library of Alexandria, by the way.
Nia says, "I'll kill you, Ren."
Yeah? What's up? What's up? What did I do? What's going on? What specific thing did I do this time? Yeah. Yeah. Do 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 do
Do
do
do
do
do do do do.
do do
Do do do do do do do do do do.
do. Get cursed.
Get cursed.
Just puts that directly into Nia's brain.
One, one, one.
I just got it out of my hand.
No, regrettably. You're stuck with it forever, just like the rest of us.
Well, no, I can banish it from my brain easily.
Curses you.
You can try. I'm curse resistant. Well, curse repellent, I suppose.
Uh, you repel the curses?
Yeah, the only one who can curse me is Nini.
Yeah, that makes sense. Nini's special like that.
Well, no, Cayde can do it too. I think it's regulated to best friends.
Bestie status only.
Yeah. It's bestie subscription.
Yep, me and Nini are just always casting curses.
Yeah, especially when you're in the same VC together, isn't it? There's a Nia level of subscription to getting rid of the curse repellent. Power word Wii music. New wizard. Well, wizard spell repel curse is basically remove curse, but in advance. Isn't that right, Miss? I play a terrible religion cleric.
Shut up. No religion. Hey, at least it's not negatives.
Hard to get negatives when you have an even spread of information.
Yeah.
Yuffie, are you back?
When will this man return from the war?
No idea.
Sorry. I got pulled away
Welcome
from
back.
game plan on Thanksgiving. A Southerner's norm.
Yeah. So what do you guys do as you hear the rustling of leaves in what should be a library?
He stares at Helia. So much you could have shared with the group.
Nobody ever asked.
Okay, if I'm missing a limb, do you not want me to tell you because you didn't ask?
If you are missing a limb, I figured it would be fairly obvious.
I've been missing my leg for 3 months now. And he like starts rolling up his leg. No, he's not at all.
Yeah.
But you didn't ask.
Deadpan stare.
Well, if you all need anything, I'm going to go head off and take a nap because I don't like using that much magic. See you, and just walks
Bye.
past you.
Bye, Auntie.
Alright. Come on. Let's go find the books.
You don't even know what you're looking for. Neither do I, for that matter, but, you know.
I have a leg up on you. I used to be, if you do remember correctly, the biggest fucking nerd. Because books were my only friend. And he just
Sounds like
walks
a
in with
skill
that.
issue.
Like you and Valkyr?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. You're the only one with the glasses who aren't see-through. Blacked out glasses. And he starts staring around the books. Are these even labeled?
Make a perception check. Some of them might be. You don't know if they're labeled correctly or not. Or if they're labeled in the madman sense of they have a relation to what's being said in the book.
He's gonna look for the madman ones. Because this was a madman idea.
What does Helia do?
Watch Aster with this expression of, you don't know what you're doing, and it's obvious.
Make an investigation check for me, buddy.
Damn.
It's a
That is
lot
deep.
of books. It's like one of those things of you have to reach up with a ladder and you still aren't getting most of the books. Like, you don't even know what exactly you're looking to find. You just know that this person has to have something with this many books.
Got an idea who could help me look for books, but I need to think about this. Because if I do this... Oh...
Are you going to share, or are you just going to stand there?
I'm thinking. Currently, I'm the only one doing so give me a second.
Well, I can't think on something I know nothing about, so...
Okay, what are we here for?
You tell me!
We're here to look for information on Hydra, pointing to himself, and then points to you, and...
I'm confused as to why we're looking about people that
Because,
exist in current day in books.
because, Magic Library. And technically, records of life. Most books contain a record or a ledger of life. Kind of like where you keep certificates, birth. Well, we're not going to find...
So you
We're not
want
gonna
an
find-
archive, not a library.
Some archives are a part of libraries.
Helia, You do know that your auntie has been around long enough to the point where Grandmaster Gwen has made notes, like verbal notes to you on when auntie would be around in cat form, just the stare of, I know what you are. Like in that sense of like straight up, it's just like, have we met before? No. Did you just talk to me?
No. Or, as Nia put it, meow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fun information, but I, out of character, genuinely don't know how that's useful right now.
It means basically that if you're looking for basically anything on any particular topic, it's a good chance that auntie might have what you're looking for. It's just probably not labeled the way you expect it to be. Because this is auntie's personal library.
And therefore labeled with auntie's personal labeling system, which means it makes sense to them.
Mm-hmm. And just left you alone in it.
Yes. Helia is still staring at Aster like, what exactly are we looking for?
Books
What?
about Valkyr and Hydra.
2 people, again, who currently exist. Why do you think they're going to be in books? What are you looking for?
Their connection.
To what?
Okay. Tell me about Valkyr, because I know fucking nothing about him.
We
Them?
grew up together. He used to have anxiety.
That's
Like-
general. I meant of recent.
You are asking the wrong person.
Am I? Seeing you shed tears over this person, I feel like you should know those tears don't come from nothing.
I can't tell you about what he's done recently because I don't know. He didn't tell me.
Okay. What has he told you?
There's some sort of shadow war going on or something. He's working with the White Queen. Argued with me about the semantics about how much he's involved with the White Queen.
Okay. The White Queen I can work with. Hydra's working for the White Queen. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. I only know this through context clues, because he's a fucking asshole.
Oh, so you're 2 peas in a pod then?
I don't regret this next part. Summon Greater Demon, Bookmaster.
Yeah, it works. It goes
And he's-
through.
He's gonna kind of walk over to the Bookmaster. Look at me. Hey, I'm your contractor. This short-term contract. You break it, you disappear. Clear?
You get the most, like, if not paying attention to you, but not paying attention to you, like, looking around. As if it's been here before.
BM. Focus.
It looks at you.
Can you find books here? Not destroy them or alter them in any way, but can you find books?
It nods, sort of hesitantly.
Can you find books related to the White Queen? Or anything related to her in general?
It tilts its head. It doesn't seem to recognize the term you're giving it.
Aster doesn't know about the White Queen swapping places thing, so he only knows about her as the White Queen.
Yeah, Helia just pauses. she's aware that something happened, but not the sort of details that, Sue and Lance have. Or Sue and Arthur? It's Sue and somebody else.
Yeah, I think it's either Sue and Lance or Sue and Razz.
It's Razz, Tsubasa, and TB.
Mm-hmm.
Longshot, can you ask it about anything in relating to a Black Queen?
You got anything, BM? Black Queen?
It takes off in a specific direction.
Zippy, go! And he's going to command Zippy to kind of follow it and make sure it follows the rules. He's going to look at Helia. Come on! And start following after it. Where's it going?
It's going up the stairs.
He's bolting. Dark dashing and everything. Bolting.
Helia voice, I have short legs. God damn it, why is everyone I know so freakishly tall?
He's gonna hold a hand out to her. Well, I can dark dash with you.
Ew, no.
Ew, no.
Then fuck you, stubby legs. Dark dashes up the
Yeah,
stairs.
fuck you, asshole.
Skill issue from upstairs. It's not that we're tall, you're that short.
Stairs. Over here, Aster.
Oh. Up. With his
There
dasher.
you go, buddy.
Gotta do something real quick.
You see the bookmaster turn around the corner and just dash towards a bookshelf that looks completely unlabeled. Like, it looks as if it's been not even dusted in ages. Like, it looks like something not even you or Caesar would touch, either out of respect or because you're not sure if you can. Kind of, this isn't meant to be disturbed.
He's gonna retract the BM a little bit, just like, step back.
It kind of hovers next to you for a little while.
Bookmaster. Move away from the books.
It does so while I try and figure out how to make this move. Because I know I
have to, like,
can.
grab the edges of it.
It's filled in. You should be able to grab it from the filled in bit.
It won't let me, but it's fine. Hold on.
Do the drag and drop thing where you click, move it over, and then grab it.
No, it's fine. I can just delete it and replace it with an actual token, because I know you're going to use this bastard again.
Probably.
Which, by the way, smart move.
I was looking up the book heart list that was from that annoying fucking Rainbow Road bullshit, but I couldn't remember its name, so I'm like, Oh, here we go. This one's called Actual Bookmaster. This is probably what I'm looking for. I have access to summon Lesser and Greater Demon, so I'm going to be using that to call out specific Heartless from this point forward.
Mm-hmm. I get you. But it does step back from the bookshelf while I put it on the map.
All right. Helia, you're up.
Gives Aster the most questioning look in existence.
Not at my library. Heartless might do more damage than good looking for answers. This is your auntie's library, so you might be allowed.
I mean, if Auntie didn't want us to go somewhere, we physically wouldn't be able to get there. But fair enough. But Helia will poke about the books.
Make an investigation check with advantage, because you know the owner.
Yes. How terrible that my passive investigation will not help here.
Wait, hold on. I think I have a thing. I have to check something actually before I do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have the cleric subclass, the star one,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm trying to remember what it is. Once more, good karma. Okay.
Are you referring to the subclass that I made that you took up?
Yes, I'm looking at Hard on Your Sleeve right now. I think that one's. Your investigation's better than mine, so I'm gonna use good karma to boost, pay it forward the next time I use it.
Okay, what does that do again? It's been a while.
Good karma. As a reaction, you can choose to shrug off the decision to help, deeming it not to be the biggest issue, resulting in your next pay it forward to be doubled. Pay it forward. As a reaction, you can choose to use your proficiency bonus to help an ally within range of your ability, but sometime within the next hour, they will need to send that fortune forward as a thank you to one other person.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a 4 in my I don't have it off rip.
Okay, so you want to of keeping it to yourself for the next pay it forward?
Yes, because the
Okay.
next pay it forward will give a +6 bonus to whatever they roll.
Mm-hmm. So with a 22, you do catch on to the labeling system of this particular floor of the tower. And this is the tower portion. This is all the historical, what Auntie refers to as novellas, the historical dramas, almost. And you catch on to the labeling system kind of easily. It's the same labeling system as the first floor, but almost by series rather than by alphabet or by color code. It's by series. But even the series don't match up with what's actually inside of them. And it takes you a little bit of looking around in this area to find what the bookmaster had been drawn towards. And eventually you see about 4 different novels labeled separately of the Black Queen, the White King, the Silver King, and the Grey Queen.
Going to very carefully extract those 4 books from the shelves.
Mm-hmm. The bookmaster looks thrilled to have been able to both help and see new novels. Like, is physically bouncing in the air.
That guy's almost cute, you know.
Most Heartless are cute if you give them the chance.
I think you're biased, but fair enough.
They're very good cuddling friends.
Sure.
So what do you guys do with this quote unquote series?
Let's read it.
4 books, one at a time. Which one do you want to start with, Aster?
Hold on. Bookmaster. Do you
give
have any
delighted
spells?
chirp.
Do you have any spells that would be able to translate these books into visionaries? Like, instead of reading the whole book, we see a movie from it?
Are you allergic to reading?
No, but that's a lot of books, and we don't have that much time.
We have as much time as we need. It's summer break.
I have problems, okay?
Sounds like a you problem, then. Helia
Basically.
is going to sit on the ground in front of the bookshelf and start reading.
Which one do you read first?
Sorry!
There was the Black Queen, the White King, the Silver King, and the Grey Queen.
The Black Queen, because that's why they were here originally, but she is definitely interested in the Silver King and the Grey Queen, and that much is fairly obvious.
Mm-hmm. Aster, what do you do?
He's gonna grab the Silver King book, and he's gonna pass it to Bookmaster. Do your thing. If you can do a thing. Can you do a thing? You never answered me.
Helia, as you settle down to start reading calmly and slowly, intaking information as you go along about the Black Queen, you're kind of interrupted mid-first page of first chapter by a not-so-subtle flash of magic next to you.
Oh.
As the bookmaster casts a spell none of you really recognize. And you know this for a fact, Aster. This is not a destructive, nor is it a recreative or altering spell. It is essentially an illusion spell. It is not harmful, but it is an attempt to do what you're asking it to do. And it comes through kind of choppy. It feels like it's trying to replicate with information that it is biased towards or against, but then it clears up after about a minute. But it's not in color. And it's kind of grayscale.
Alright.
You said you grabbed the Silver King.
He did.
You see in front of you a young man, dark skin, even on the monitor, that is being presented in front of you. Dark skin, light hair, light eyes. Long, almost pulled back into a ponytail, wearing a scientist coat over casual clothes and carrying around a book, pacing back and forth. And there is a silent sigh from the visual that you're seeking. Something is said to another person, or maybe it's just to themselves. And then it's jotting something down onto a piece of paper on a counter that enough to see that he's not writing on thin air. And then it's a flash, and that scene transitions into almost an actual full laboratory. And this time the hair is shorter, but looks singed almost, singed off, similar to the way that Tsubasa's was months ago. And it looks, even then, it's still long enough to be tied back. And this time there is another layer of protective clothing. And you, even without noticing, even without hearing what's being said, you notice the mouthing of the words, "Take 2, as something shakes the quote-unquote screen. And this person is sent to their knees, covering their ears as if against a loud sound. And that scene shifts. And it goes through another pattern of this, things trying and failing and blowing up and setting on fire and constantly going wrong. How long do you watch this?
He watches it for a minute, and then he'll put a hand on Bookmaster and kind of try to give a help action to make the images a bit clearer. Not give them color, but a bit clearer, and continue watching. But he will go, "Helia, come here."
Helia voice, I am sitting right here.
Thought you were in a book. No, he doesn't do that. She was over on the bench. What were you doing when you got hit? I don't know. She was over on the bench.
So what does Helia do? Like, not hearing things happening, but kind of seeing out of the corner of her eye something of a movie being played?
Does her best to keep reading her book, but at Aster's insistence, does exasperatedly sigh and look over at it.
Roll an Arcana check for me, Aster.
Alright. Helia, you want to help out with this one?
Sure.
So, +1, I need that advantage.
Oh,
You are giving the help action? Yes. Intelligence is my only +1 stat because it was in the
Aw.
negative before. But you want-
Aw.
I will burn this library to the ground.
I don't
You
think you
try.
want to fight Mia.
But you are giving me the help action, yes?
Yeah, although I will question. Look, all caps and big text. For Ren,
Mm-hmm.
looking at what is being played, is this man recognizable as the guy they saw in? Because out of character, I know it's the same person, even with those vague descriptions. Is it recognizable as the same person they saw in Magister's Emery's Garden? Yeah!
Vaguely. Like, it's not one-to-one, but you can connect the dots.
Like, the guy in the garden was a little bit older? sort of thing?
A little bit younger. Like the guy you met in the garden was older, yes. But also sometimes when you saw him he looked younger. So it's not a perfect 1-to-1.
Yeah. Yeah, Nia.
So here we go, rolling with advantage with that one. 18.
It takes a quarter of your mana. And you don't realize that you're using any mana to begin with because it feels so natural to push and pull with this sort of magic. It is the first time you're actively using magic since connecting yourself to Barbie. And it's less like the push and pull of tides than it is wading through a rose and realizing that some of these roses were painted rather than planted. And you turn to look at them and you pluck one and suddenly the entire scene kind of illuminates and you hear a voice. And it's a little bit of color. It's not a lot, but it's enough to see like muted browns and pinks and reds and stuff like that. Muted colors. But it's enough. And you hear, okay, take 874. Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
We lost Nia.
Nia!
Are you back, Nia? Yeah.
Discord
okay.
had a hissy fit.
So, you both listen to this masculine voice. It's not fully male. It feels like it was practiced to be male more than it was, naturally so. Sort of that, like, I have to be big and buff and strong kind of voice instead of letting it be all natural.
Yeah.
And for a second, it falls and goes, hey, all right. Calm down. Got this. It's just another experiment. A pause as this person turns and starts heading over to a different area of their laboratory, muttering to themselves, you got this, Semnus. Got this. Just another experiment. And this person looks nervous, worried. Something is aggravating or worrying them. As they're searching through materials, and around them you can see failed attempts at creations. Though, with both of your put together passive perceptions, you do notice that none of these materials, none of these experiments, none of these creations even have the slightest hint of an X on them. Instead, where a signature would be is a glitch. And not even in the sense of, oh, you're not getting all of... It's as if something is physically not letting you see it, and then it turns away from it. Following this individual, and they're searching, sifting through book after book, tome after tome, paper after paper, seeming to not find what they're looking for, and they just go, fuck it, we'll try again. And if it fails, it fails. After all, we only need to find one way that works, right? And that gaze turns towards the quote-unquote camera. Isn't that right? And the scene shifts, as if right before saying a name. Do you do anything?
He checks on Bookmaster.
Bookmaster looks confused and a little tired.
Take a break, bud.
It shakes its head. It's determined about something. Do you enforce taking a break, or do you let it do it at once?
Zippy, do you think you can take another run?
Zippy looks at you and then Bookmaster and then the two of you again. And you know when a Heartless is expressing uncertainty, but not a negative one. Because Bookmaster, in terms of Kingdom Hearts, is actually a lesser quote-unquote demon. It is a strong Heartless, because it is a piece of absolute shit in the games. but it's technically a weaker Heartless. So it is practically, from what Zippy informs you of, this Bookmaster you've summoned is a stronger one, but still on the weaker side of Heartless. You might have to summon a Ringmaster if you want to get the full picture.
A Brain Master?
Ringmaster.
Ringmaster.
Which, roll intelligence for me. I know this is your dump step, but trust me.
Okay. What shit? Damn.
Like I said, trust me. As the mention of the term Ringmaster comes into play, you recognize it pretty immediately as the same term that was used by one of, if not the sole Ringmaster in existence, and you do recognize with that 19 that a Ringmaster is very good at illusions, of keeping things hidden. But in the same vein, much with keeping things hidden, it can bring a lot to light.
Helia, I have an idea.
Is it better than your first one?
The first one did us pretty good. This one, who knows? Call Lance.
I'll remind you, Helia doesn't know about that. So he's getting another absolutely baffled expression.
Just call Lance. I want to try something. And in the meantime, he's going to look at Bookmaster and go, take a break. I'm ordering you take a break. And then he's going to put a hand on the Bookmaster's shoulder. Why don't you stick around near Itty and Bitty? And he's going to offer a hand with his personal symbol on it. I got a lot more books that need reading.
You see the Bookmaster kind of deflate a little bit, as if it feels that it hasn't gotten to the conclusion it needs to complete the contract, essentially.
Yeah.
What do?
I offer him a new deal.
Look at him, he's got big ol' sad eyes.
How about a new deal? I'll call on you to help me read some of these books a lot quicker, and there's no time limit on it. In exchange, if I call on you, you'll come to help. I might not call on you for books, I might call on you for helps with spells, but it's still gonna be a call.
Big ol' sad eyes of I didn't fuck up.
You didn't fuck up. And I speak
Just a little
Heartless.
guy.
And he'll switch to Abyssal. If you'd like to converse in our private tongue, I don't think she knows this one.
Helia, without looking up. Yeah, it's about as private as a public library, Aster.
He's gonna kick her in the shin.
He's gonna get flipped off.
Kick her in the shin again. And you never know. I can always help you reach new heights. That's what makes a deal. Very good deal.
You get the response of almost childlike acceptance, but it's not words. It's more like a,
He'll keep his hand out with his personal summoning symbol on there.
very
What?
gently puts a hand on yours, and it's just reluctant to move from the book, like in that sense of because the bookmaster is very protective over its specific book.
As the bookmaster kind of like puts the hand on Aster's, a bookmark kind of appears in the bookmaster's book, bearing the same symbol that most of Aster's clothing-related things appear on his heartless imps.
Mm-hmm.
The symbol in question, by the way, is a spear piercing the clouds with a blade on the other end.
Alrighty. It is just fascinated by the new bookmark, as if it didn't consider that a bookmark was a real thing that could exist.
Adorable.
I think I'll call you Market.
It is now fascinated by its own book once again. You know that one TikTok of Odysseus and Penelope just going, like, Odysseus just sniff, 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 sniff all over the time?
Yeah, the do you want this sandwich? Oh!
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's Market right now.
The original version of that is hilarious, too.
You need to send me it when we're done with session.
Yeah.
But, what do you do?
He'll wait for... He asked Helia to call Lance, so he's gonna wait.
He's absolutely getting stared down because Helia doesn't understand why we need Lance.
Lance has a Heartless that's a ringmaster.
Lance has a what now?
Yeah. I've been able... okay, let me explain something to you guys. I was raised on a Dream Eater farm, so I know the instinctually whenever there's Dream Eaters near me. I have multiple Heartless contracts. One major one opens his jacket, Zippy. And a couple minor but honest ones opens his other side, the rest. And then also motions to Market. So, I understand whenever there's Heartless nearby. Also, my Shadow's a portal, so that's how we're gonna do this. Maybe, possibly. We're gonna figure it out.
I can just call Auntie to go get Lance.
Yeah, maybe. But she did say she was gonna go rest? I was gonna drag you through my shadow. I was gonna drag you through a puddle.
Yeah, but if I go downstairs and politely ask for them, they'll get up.
Okay. And he does the shooing motion. Go!
Helia is taking the book she has with her for the moment.
He's gonna like just stare at her going and go, okay. And he's gonna grab the other two books she left and just offer them to Market. Go ahead and get a scan on these though, while she's gone, so we're ready whenever the ringmaster comes by.
Somehow worse.
It's that
Yeah.
one TikTok I just mentioned again. Just
Yeah,
bucks.
Lance is going to get a text of, from Helia, "Are you free? It's important."
Lance just send the text back. Call me the king of free. How important could it be?
According to Aster, I don't know. It's just Helia. Remember something vaguely. It's tangentially related to your uncle.
Oh,
With a follow-up sentence of, "I'm sending my auntie to come get you, probably."
just thumbs up. Like one of those generic like stickers. Just got it.
Yep.
Probably one that with like Goofy just giving a thumbs up.
Does he not have his own generic stickers?
Those are Lance's Twitch stickers, I guarantee you.
Shut the hell up.
But you open the door and walk inside?
Knock before cracking the door open and going, "Auntie."
You just hear the and it falls off the bed onto the ground.
For someone who spends so much time as one, you don't have the grace of a cat.
I was sleeping.
That's why I knocked.
Also, these beds are too small, and I'm used to my big queen size. But
Get
I knew you wouldn't need me.
bigger beds?
No, then I'd have to spend money.
The deadpan stare of someone who knows that honestly does in fact have the money to do this.
Do you want me to bring your friends?
Yes, but are you sure you're a fae and not a dragon?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Girl?
I mean, it affects me none. I'm just curious. And meh.
Nah.
Meh.
Would you like your friends?
Yes. Aster seems to think that, and I'm telling you because this is your library and you need to know, that we need to summon a ringmaster.
Ooh, do I get to see that hot piece of ass again?
Hey,
Auntie!
interruption. Real quick, interruption. That got Yuffie so off guard, he just choked on his Fanta. Thanks, fucker.
Good. I mean, he already summoned the... Mimes a book and looks at Monty because she forgot which Heartless it is.
That's like 3. Narrow it down for me.
It's cute and it's got a book.
Bookmaster.
No, I know. Helia forgot.
Yeah. How dare you? His name's Market.
Is it small and looks kind of childlike?
Yeah.
Ah, Bookmaster. I love those little guys. They usually love being in here.
Well, I mean, you have so many wonderful books. Holds up the book she's holding.
Ooh, I didn't think I still had that book. I thought it would have disappeared the moment it happened. Damn.
Apparently not. Apparently, your library, much like the Magic Tower, cheats.
Good. No one touches my things.
Hell yeah. But can you go get at the very least Lance?
Yes. Would you like me to bring the other one along? I'm not touching the light-based one over my dead body.
Arthur's nice, Auntie.
I don't care. I'm a being of darkness. I will die on touch. And I don't think you want me to die. Do you want me to die?
Hands on her hips. You are being dramatic. But yes, if Sue is there and not, I don't know, sleeping, yeah. Sue knows stuff about, wiggles the book around this stuff.
All right, and snaps their fingers, and both Lance and Stu, you appear in the same like general area of like right here.
Right, wait. Oh,
In.
So we just get yoinked.
Just-
Yes.
Yoink.
Correct.
Can you point out the area again?
Here.
Where is here? It's a very
Rectangular
big map.
bottom.
well,
Yeah, rectangular, kind of near the bottom.
This? Down here?
right around where I am.
I don't know where. Okay.
Keep going down, hon.
No, I was
You'll
already
find
at. No, I was at the bottom.
Oh no!
The very,
Thank
very
you,
bottom.
Auntie. You're my favorite.
I'm your only.
Lance just kind of huffs. I wasn't expecting it to happen. That I didn't even get a chance to pause my stream.
Tsubasa's just standing there, blinking and staring, and just. The fuck?
Yeah, sorry, didn't text you because I only thought to text Lance because we need Lance because apparently
Wait, why exactly do you need me for
Aster
this?
says you have a ringmaster.
Well,
So-
funny you should say that.
Wait, where was I brought along then?
Oh, because of, and she'll hold up the book. Guess what we found?
Wait, hold up. What did you find? And he actually goes to take the book from Helia.
Oh, he's not allowed to take it, but he can inspect it as close as he likes.
He's inspecting it very closely. I was zoned out while she was reading the book, so I don't know what's in it.
Wait,
She's got a book called The Black Queen.
Yeah, no, he is inspecting it very closely and just staring and just... Am I not allowed to hold it?
No, this one's mine right now.
When you're-
Aster has the other three.
There's ooh.
Yeah, the Black Queen, the White King, the Silver King, and the Gray Queen.
Okay, so where's Aster in all the books?
I was getting there.
Well, get
Reaches
fucking-
up and just like pinches what Sue's cheeks.
Just get there faster then.
Well, no, because I'm short and I physically can't.
Unfortunate.
All right, come on, you two.
Or
This is Auntie's personal library, so please don't make a mess. I don't want Auntie to like, I don't know, turn you into a shrub.
To be fair, the last time anyone made a mess of anything, that was mostly Iris.
I mean, a shrub isn't that bad. Fate.
Lance, seriously?
I think I'd be a pretty. I think I'd be a pretty great shrub.
You're a better person, so how about we don't?
Ooh, wait, are we talking like shrubbery with berries? Or are we talking flowers?
I don't know. Depends on Auntie's whims.
Why does it even matter that much? You'll be a bush!
He needs to know if he's going to be a pretty bush, Sue.
See? Helia understands.
But aren't all bushes pretty?
This is like in the same vein of, would you love me if I was a worm?
But somehow so much worse because now you're just asking if you would love them for being the dirt for the worm.
Not even the dirt, the thing that grows in the dirt.
So, would you still be my friend if I were a shrub?
I mean, I would try. I imagine being a friend with a plant is kind of difficult, though.
Razz voice as a druid. Not really.
Razz doesn't count.
Hello, I have acquired some friends.
Tsubasa promptly distracted by the books.
Lance, promptly distracted by the Heartless, the new Heartless.
It is absorbed into its own book. Like, it is completely fascinated by what it has so far.
Hey, Helia, I think it absorbed the book's notes. Like, I think it made its own copy of it.
Oh no. Tragic.
Why is it tragic? Now we have this thing, we have 3 of these books on standby.
Looks at Aster. Sarcasm, my friend. Sarcasm.
Oh,
As long as the books weren't damaged, it's fine. Although Auntie was surprised that they still exist, so...
Can I
Do you
take
think it's similar to like the grid?
huh?
When we were in the grid,
Did you completely forget about the magic tower? It's where we found all the books in the first place.
Speaking of the magic tower... The book... Which book did you have before, Aster?
I grabbed the Silver King, and I've also Which one did you take with you?
Black Queen.
I've also fed the White Queen and the Gray Queen to...
The White King and the Grey Queen.
That's what it said. Speech impediment.
You said Queen twice.
Oh, I did? Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. I fed them to Market here, who's been absorbed in them.
Can I take a look at one of them?
He will hand out... Which of the 3 books that were given would probably be done being absorbed into his library?
I'm gonna roll a d4.
wouldn't it be better to be a D3?
What's that?
Can Helia finish making her comment about the book he had beforehand? Mayhaps, pretty please?
Yes.
Yeah, Helia motioning at the Silver King book. I'm pretty sure that guy was the same guy as Glitchy... that was glitching in the garden of Magister Emery's tower.
Aster raises his hand.
Yes,
I was not there for that.
I know.
I know what she's talking about. There, did he ever give us his name?
Did he give us his name? Is it in my notes?
No, I would
I know.
I would say the only way you knew his name is if you actually read the journal he gave you.
Which Tsubasa was one of the people to do that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lance.
So it's Xehanort, yeah?
No.
Xemnas. I can't remember which one you went with.
Why would I go with the old man I have beef with?
Man sex.
Because you have beef with him. But
No, we eat that old man. Eat him like week old bread. Anyway.
But yeah, no, Tsubasa does take a moment to just think and just... His name was Xemnas, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, I think. If I remember. It's been a while.
It has been.
Yeah,
a
and
while.
he gave Lance a book to give to King.
Yes. So what's this about needing Ringmaster? I'm assuming you need Ringmaster?
Yep.
Tsubasa
And he's
just
gonna tap
Why?
Market.
Tsubasa
Market.
just quietly reaching out for one of the books. Doing the
Market.
grabby hands.
Can you show them what you showed us? The thing from earlier.
Yeah. The Bookmaster Market nods, seemingly more confident in being able to repeat something that is already done rather than doing something new. And holds up a hand, and in kind of those same muted colors, with a few hints of like noise, you see that same flash of this guy with at first long tied back hair, dark skin, light eyes, light hair, scientist coat, casual clothes underneath that,
What?
muttering to himself.
What color is the hair again?
Light, very, very light.
Just
Like
very
it might
light?
as well be white.
Okay. Can I roll history to see if I recognize the face?
Sure.
That's a fucking no.
Nope.
Alright.
But it continues, and you see that scene shift from complaining about a failed experiment to take 870 something. God damn it. And just going on and looking through books, and you see that same glitch. With your passive perception, you don't need to roll or be put together for anything. You see that glitch on the failed experiments and failed creations and failed everything on the counters behind this person as they look through books. There's no X on these machines. There's no signature of an X or anything else. It is a glitch, something not wanting to be seen. And you recognize this feeling. It is the same feeling that you got when the universe was trying to deny you access.
Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, Tsubasa starts openly squinting at the glitches and just... Is it possible to pause on those or something?
That's what I was thinking. Bookmaster isn't adept in doing this visual thing. It was a spur of the moment ask. So that's why, struck a thought. Not going to jail for that one. Call Lex. Lex has a ringmaster. Ringmasters are good at illusions. And if they're good at illusions, they might be able to unveil a bit more truth.
You mean Lance?
What'd I say?
Lex.
Lex.
I heard Lance. What?
He said
He
Lex.
said Lex.
I swear to God, I said
Whatever.
Lance.
Chaos.
Can Tsubasa
Okay.
focus on the glitches for a bit harder? While they're still there, at least?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, god.
God damn it.
Once more, reaction from Heart on your sleeve.
So you add a
As a
plus 6.
reaction, you can choose to offer a targeted ally advantage on their roll, granting them a potential boost.
Alright, well, let's see if I need the boost. I need the boost.
It won't help.
Unfortunate. Alright, how does this go for me?
You get the tinnitus again. And it gets louder and louder until you don't hear the tinnitus anymore because you hit the ground.
Oh.
Ah, God. Oh, no.
Am I
Rush
still
over to
conscious?
You did black out for about 5 seconds, long enough for you to otherwise hit the ground if someone didn't catch you.
Aster caught him.
Okay. So you're
Strong
caught. You didn't hit
boyfriend
the
arms.
ground. You didn't hit the ground, but you did black out for about 5 seconds because your attention left this glitch long enough for it to reset your brain, essentially.
Oh, off and on again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you do wake up and you're in Aster's arms, probably getting the "what did you do that for?" look.
Is he getting that look? Yuffie?
Did we lose him?
Did we
Yuffie?
lose who?
Okay,
Oh
there you
shit,
are.
you lost me. I'm sorry. I didn't hear
Oh.
anything.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is Aster currently giving Tsubasa a what the fuck was that for kind of look?
Not really. He's kind of more focused on the what the fuck caused that, while also giving like a soft cure.
Yeah, Tsubasa is disoriented at first, but after a moment, he just sort of gives Aster a sheepish smile and is just like, probably shouldn't do that again.
I don't think you should either, honestly. That looked like it sucked.
Yeah, I just thought I could see the glitches.
That's why we called the Ringmaster. So we can tell what is glitching.
Oh, I really hope I don't end up forgetting this.
And why would you? As
Hmm.
you hear Ringmaster's voice hurling around you. You've said my name enough times now. What do you need?
What are you, Beetlejuice?
No, he's a
Mm.
knockoff of me, darling.
Oh,
Oh,
joy.
they can hear past the fourth wall. Sorry. Sorry.
Which, by the way, reminder for you guys. He is... Ringmaster is a big boy.
He's a big kid now.
Yeah, I would imagine Ringmaster being a big boy. I looked up what a Ringmaster is.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Yuffie, check the muted VC.
I see it. I'll
Okay.
answer it here in a second.
Alright.
Don't you worry. I see the gay. This is what a Ringmaster is when you look it up. How the fuck did he lose weight that fast?
A really good diet.
So the one that was actually being referred to is the one that you see in the Wonderland boss battle.
The one that's
spring-
all
Springs.
Mmm.
The Trick Master, sorry.
yeah.
But I call it Ringmaster because it's easier.
Okay.
Makes
sense.
You know, this guy.
Yeah, the first ever brother moment I've ever had in Kingdom Hearts game. Well, second.
Yeah, that was the first boss to actually give me the runaround when I was like 10. I was like, God,
Ow, just
damn it.
jump on the table.
I was bad at aiming.
be
And
fair,
getting
my-
on the table was hard.
Anyways.
They did make that table fucking bullshit to get onto.
They did.
Train
I
back
would
on-
like to add that Helia's got that expression of, this is what my auntie said that about? Why?
To be fair, the current Trick Master does look more humanoid and filled out.
She's still judging her auntie for this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Judge Auntie all you'd like, but no regrets.
Auntie knows
Yeah,
what she
he-
likes.
He's definitely not going on the hear me out cake, okay? Just
Anyway.
you good, Ren?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Alright.
waiting for you guys to explain to Trickmaster what he's there for.
Tsubasa does
Look-
look at Helia and Aster just like, you guys were the ones who called us here. Well,
This is Aster's plan, so it's on him.
Hey.
I have my own thoughts to deal with.
Hey, come here.
What thought? Now I'm curious.
No, you're
Hey.
not.
All lanky and no bones. Come here.
That is in character laughter, by the way. Just Tsubasa snorting.
Aster's taking off his jacket and turning it and like folding it up. And he's gonna pillow Tsubasa's head as he stands up finally. Come here.
He has a name, you know.
I know. I don't know it yet. Come and introduce yourself.
There's a shark-like grin, even though the smile is human.
Should I maybe move so I don't get stepped on?
You
Okay.
get stepped around, actually.
Yeah, there we go.
Aster probably
And
sitting there,
the-
just don't you dare step on him.
Only Aster is allowed to step on him.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's not the time of day yet. So,
The cackle that just happened from Cherry.
Shut up. Stop bullying me!
No, get sold out.
Before I could cackle and no one could call my ass out.
what are you doing in the box?
It's a box.
If he fits, he fits.
All right, keep going for it. I'll show you what he's doing.
Well, you have to explain, dog.
He'll look at Trickmaster and go, Aster Herald, what's your name?
Trickmaster.
What's your real name?
Why would I tell you?
Well, I told you. Only fair.
It really wasn't a smart idea. But
Tsubasa from the floor is like, people don't always play fair.
Kindness for kindness, don't you think?
Oh, that's not how the world works. You know this.
I do. And he's just gonna stare longer and longer. I got nothing. I got no life out of this. We can wait all day.
Don't we only have a couple weeks left of summer break?
All day.
Just call me Lionel.
Can you type that out, please?
What did you say?
Can you type that out? Talking
Yeah.
to you.
Lionel. Like personnel, but with a lion.
Neil.
Or like,
No.
Rich.
I'll hold that name closely, Lionel. Market here has an image from a book of history.
Market.
He's able to. Yes. The new name, and it's already been given to me by me. Not up for the taking. I know your rules.
No, I know that one. I'm the one who ferried the kid off to the other side.
Hmm.
Do you
Then
still go
maybe-
by that name, or okay? You see, like, a look is being exchanged of just, I like this one. And you're like, okay, and just it moves on.
Market here needs help showing the full picture. He's not used to. We're gonna go with they for now until I get a proper confirmation. They're not used to doing the picture to word to image yet. So
Yes.
if you're around me long enough, you'll grow.
Right.
So
What do you want me to do about it?
I would like to offer and ask if you'd give help.
Just a hum for a second that sort of bounces around the room. For what, may I ask?
For what or what?
For what? What does he get out of this?
He summons a fire to his hand. The rest of my mana.
Uh,
Aster Aster, that might not be a good idea.
That benefits me none when I have infinite supply of it.
Fair.
That's one
He'll
reason
close
why.
his hand again.
Though, and Trickmaster does lean in, seeming to see something. Hello, Barbie. And he leans back. Alright, I owe that woman a favor anyway.
A genuine sigh of relief of like, oh good, I don't have to deck somebody.
Yeah. You got really fucking lucky talking to Barbie the way you did.
Yeah. I'm good at talking, I just need a minute to warm up.
And he crosses his arms, still towering over you all. What do you need me for?
Show us what the images aren't showing us. Work together with Market, and he'll look at the other three. Reveal these books secret, please.
Oh, that's much more than one little favor to a goddess. That is breaking time and reality to show you something you shouldn't know. Because I know what you're holding. Those shouldn't exist.
But they do. We have a thing with time. Billy doesn't like us. We don't like it.
I've noticed, because Alexios is somehow forming back to himself again. That sounded ominous. I apologize. I just know who killed
Just
him.
the tone of your voice. I'm putting it to.
Yes, but
Wait, you
also I do know. Hmm?
You know who killed
Lex
Lex?
died?
Yes.
well, that's one of the ways people remember.
Yes.
Which means Lex remembers.
He also remembers who killed him. Oh, that was such a fantastic fight to witness. Shame it didn't go any farther.
Wait,
Who-
who's the
who
one
was
who
it?
killed him?
No, don't answer that.
Like,
He'll look
there's
at-
a pause to answer it, and then a grin.
We only get one answer for one favor. Am I right in guessing that?
Correct. You are currently closing on your first answer before you need to actually pay me.
I can owe you another favor.
No.
Who killed him?
Lance, don't.
What's one more?
It could
A lot.
mean
You have nothing
everything.
left to give.
Tsubasa
Don't
does,
press your luck, boy.
Tsubasa does look over at Aster as just, what if we just try to get a closer look at the glitches? See what it can tell us.
The glitches. And the, like, demeanor of this person drops. A sort of curiosity.
Someone's altered the books. Not
Not-
blocked them from our view, but
Not
glitching out.
someone, something.
So
So
you
there's-
didn't even read the book.
So there's something that is getting past you. And he'll step between the book and Lionel.
There's a deep, deep frown of someone who does not like not knowing.
How about an offer? You uncover the glitches in front of all of us, you get that information for free. No need to cost anything for anyone. It's more you getting access. Sound fair?
There's a pause. Sort of thinking. I need you to make a persuasion check with advantage.
Disadvantage or advantage?
Advantage.
How's a 31 do?
Surprisingly, you beat it by 1. Yay!
Nicely done.
Ooh, that's one of my things that I have expertise in, so that's the only reason I got done. Oh.
Really fucking
And
trying to
there's
get
a
close.
snap of the fingers, not a reverberating like. Lance, you're used to hearing the snap of Lionel's fingers being the call to a curtain's rise. This is a call to a curtain fall. It is sharp and quick and calls for the end of a show. And that book comes to his hand quickly. You can't stop this, and I don't think any of you try to. The book on the... Which one did you open up first? It was the Silver King?
Yes. That
He
is the one
flips through it. Flips through it for a little while, finding the problem. And opening it pages first in front of all of you, facing the pages towards you, and tapping briefly his index finger against the place where Market's bookmark is. And it flashes, blinks, and then sort of settles into a ripple effect, casting in Technicolor the entire scene that is supposed to be there. And you see a massive, massive laboratory. Like, it feels on par with... Even the Federation Committee could not afford something like this. It feels ancient and yet futuristic. It feels something... It feels wrong to look at this place. And Tsubasa, with your passive perception, as this is being set up, you see a window, and you see windmills, and the ocean.
Huh. Hey, do you guys see this too? Over there. And he does point the windows out to the others.
Lance, you recognize it.
Where is it? Lance?
You recognize it from 2 sources.
A
One of them is from a dream, and one of them is kind of from a children's book.
Did Lance ever see the name in the children's book?
No. You did hear it in the dream as being playfully referred to as Scala, aka Sky.
There's just a quiet muttering of that name, just probably audible enough for Tsubasa to hear, but not the others.
Tsubasa next to Lancer with the crazy passive perception and hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It does get Tsubasa to look over at Lancer's just, you know this place?
Kind of. I saw it in a... It sounds silly, but I saw it in a dream.
Lance, what was it? Barely a full year ago where we found out about the time loop stuff through a dream?
Fair point.
Tsubasa does start looking around the rest of the laboratory, seeing if he can find where those glitches were and if he can actually see them now.
Do all of you do separate things, or are you all looking for the glitches?
Aster's gonna look for. Ugh. Aster's gonna look at what Ansem was testing.
Zemnis.
Zemnis, fuck! Ansem.
Kind of the right guy, but still the wrong version.
He's gonna look at for what Zemnis was testing on.
Lance
We're
gonna
gonna-
look through the window further.
Lance, easy
Mhm.
enough. It's once you get to that quote unquote window, it's as if you're actually looking out onto this platform. And it's high up. You can almost swear you feel the slight breeze coming in through the crack in the window. It's getting some circulation into an otherwise perfectly circulated area. And it's a beautiful day out. No cloud in the sky, sun high in the sky. And there's people down below, but they're frozen in time, where this book seems to not include them in their routine. This power of Trickmaster seems to extend beyond the book, perhaps into a memory of some kind. And you see children and parents and almost knights, or at least Keyblade wielders, because they are actively wielding Keyblades, the ones you do not recognize. And that's all you see from a cursory glance. Aster,
Yes.
you walk around this laboratory that is seemingly encased the entire room you're in, and you hear the muttering again of take 870, and it gets garbled for a little bit as if it's changing. And you see on the counter a couple of notes on what he's doing, and with a cursory glance with your passive perception, it seems to be related to getting outside someplace, getting away, getting out, getting free. But it's been a routine fail, with notes on how every failure has happened. And it looks like the start of the journal that was mentioned, but with clearer ink and clearer notes. Tsubasa, this will be the last scene. Because we've been going on, I think, almost 3 hours now.
Yeah, we are currently at 2 hours and 53 minutes.
Right.
Mm.
So this will be the last scene. And I'm going to give it to you for free because you guys managed to find a way around having to roll for this sort of thing. You step closer to the glitches, or where the glitches were supposed to be. Trickmaster is seeing where your eye line is headed and follows it himself. And there's a frown on the edge of your vision from Trickmaster, from Lionel. And you see the magic pulse through the bookmark. And there's a flash of a name, 2 names, first and last, but doesn't last very long. And there's a growl, a sort of snarl of, basically, you will not keep this from me. And the bookmark kind of strains for a second, as if folding in on itself. But it only for long enough for you to read a full name. Amadeus Armani. And that's where we end.
Amadeus Armani?
That's where we end.
Nice.